Hi. So guys, one of the aspects that made Tolkien's Legendarium so great was his imagination and all the words he created, all the characters he created. But I'd like to know how imagination has been central in your work to shape your character and to shape your work, to immerse yourself in the show.
Well, we have a starting point in that our characters, we're both in quite similar positions in that our characters are featured in the appendices to Lord of the Rings. So in terms of allowing the imagination to start working, you take what you have on the page from Tolkien, and then along with the showrunners, the directors and the writers and the heads of department, costume, makeup, everybody, art director, you start to let your imagination develop a character that can sit within the outline that Tolkien has provided us with. So in terms of that, it's been very rewarding, allowing the imagination to try and match the world that he has created for these characters. So to come up with a character that sits well within his backdrop.
The Lord of the Rings was released in 2001, a really dark time for humanity, and the Rings of Power is going to be released in another difficult time, and both of them talk about the research of light. I would like to know, do you think that one of the point of strength of this narration is the capacity of being so universal, so current, even if the show is set in a fantasy world?
I think the fact that it is set in a fantasy world is one of the reasons it's so universally understood. That in fantasy, we can abstract from our daily lives and experience the battle between good and evil, so that when we return to our reality, we are augmented by it. That they work hand in hand. Please, if you don't mind, he's got a great quote about Middle Earth being never never land. Would you mind?
No,
because it's very apropos.
Yeah, Tolkien said Middle Earth, when asked what Middle Earth is, he said, Middle Earth, by the way, is not a name of a never never land without relation to the world we live in. And I've used that because I think it covers all kinds of aspects of our production very neatly, and it's from his mouth. And so I kind of, but also he was a great fan of escapism. He said, people snorted down their noses at his books, but he said that didn't trouble him because he doesn't like their books either. But he came out of the trenches. He said, a man is a fool who does not wish to escape this, So he celebrated it clearly, as we still celebrate it now.
The fan base around Tolkien's word and work is really tough, and I had a chance to talk about it with Charlotte Branston, and she said to me that she tried not to think about what they expect and to focus on her work. Did you feel the same, or did you feel a little bit of pressure around this topic?
I don't mind the pressure. First off, there's no division between those fans and us, because we are fans. And we feel the same obligation to Tolkien that they would want us to feel. And, I think it's in safe hands, frankly.
Yeah, and I agree with Charlotte. You do concentrate on your work. And also, this is untapped material thus far until this show. No one's done this before with the Second Age. So it's, in terms of pressure in that area, no, because there's nothing to... And Tolkien's sketches on it, on the Second Age, they are sketchy. He contradicts himself many times. He revisits his ideas and changes his mind about this and that, and talks also about other minds and hands carrying on his work long after he's gone. So pressure, no, but excitement about trying to honor that, yes.
Are you impatiently waiting for the moment to finally share your work with the rest of the world? What do you hope?
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, people are as excited to see it as we are to share it.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then we get cracking on the second season. You ain't seen nothing yet, kids.
Thank you so much for your time, guys. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks.